Hey guys, Cameron here with Emerson Property Management. Every week I bring you tools, tactics, strategies, lessons I've learned, things that have helped me build up a sizable portfolio in about 2 years and now manage that portfolio. Today I want to talk about your first steps to investing. I don't care if this is investing in the stock market or real estate or whatever. It's very, very, very simple, and you guys might think it's so simple that I'm leaving something out, but this is literally how simple it is. It's not easy because you have emotions and things play into it, but this is so simple to start. Create a budget. That's step one. And by budget, I don't mean you have to go through and go with a fine-tooth comb and look at everything, but what you have to do is know what money you're bringing in every month. Are you bringing in $1,000 a month, or are you bringing in $5,000 a month? Whatever you're bringing in net, and some, I know for some of you, whether you're a business owner or or maybe in a sales job and you don't know, what did you make last year? Divide that by 12. So you have your monthly income. If you do above that, great, but at least you'll have a baseline. So take your monthly income and know what you make every month, and then go back from there and see how much you spend. Make sure you're not spending more than you're making. I know, as crazy as that sounds, that you guys might think that, Cameron, why does Cameron even have to say that? It happens every day. People have no idea what they're spending, no idea what they're making. Credit cards are so easy, just swipe, 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 swipe. Next thing you know, you make $5,000 a month and you're spending $6,000. You're in a $2,000 a month apartment. You got $1,000 a month car payment and insurance. You've got some furnishings in your house. You've got some subscriptions. Next thing you know, you have no money left. The only thing you're hoping for is that tax return refund check. So that's step one. Budget, know what you're spending and make it. Step two, emergency fund. This is very similar to what Dave Ramsey says. Build up an emergency fund, create a budget, build up an emergency fund. There's no determined number for that. Some people say, well, how much should I save in my emergency fund? Doesn't matter. How much do you need to save to feel safe? The emergency fund is supposed to be a cushion for you to sleep well at night. Knowing that, at the time of this recording, we're going through the coronavirus in 2020, so there's been some people who've lost their jobs. If those people would have a month or 2 or 3 months of savings, they wouldn't care if they lost their job. It wouldn't matter. So do you want 1 month to feel safe and secure? Do you want 2 months? Do you want 3 months? Do you want 6 months? Do you want a year? Some people, the rule of thumb is 3 to 6 months. If you're in an industry where, it's very cyclical and you have really ups and high downs and it's hard to get back in, maybe you want to look at 6 months to a year, but the standard is 3 to 6 months. I know there are some people who have a year or 2 years worth of expenses saved. So pick your number, 3 to 6 months, 3 to a year, whatever you feel comfortable with, that lets you sleep all night, and have that set aside in a savings account somewhere that you do not touch unless shit hits the fan. Then the final piece is determine, out of your income and your expenses, that difference you're going to make. Say you make $5,000 a month and you realize you spend $3,000, so you have $2,000 a month left, $24,000 a year. Do you want to invest all that? You should be saying yes, you do. When you invest that $2,000 a month, where are you going to put it? So do you want to invest all of that? Do you still want to have some in cash or whatever? I would, if it was me and you have a 3 to 6 months of savings and you're netting $2,000 a month, invest all of that. And when you invest all of that, then you'll, over the long-term compound, will just take advantage. You'll just take huge advantages of compound interest. And I know I've got a video on compound interest, so check that out. But that'll help you out way, 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 way more than you think, just due to the effects of compound. But determine where you want that money to go. And if you guys need some help on determining that, I've got a guide. It's 12 Steps to Financial Freedom, I believe is the guide. I'll put a link down below. Check it out. It's a free guide. Just download it. It's just 12 steps, but it'll tell you, do you have a lot of debt? Do you have, or do you have no debt at all? Do you have student loans? Do you not? And it'll kind of walk you through where to put. Do you have access to a 401k? Do you just have access to a Roth? The various accounts. And I don't have time to get into that right now, but check out that link and that'll tell you where to put your money. Or at least based on 100 years worth of information and the current accounts that are available for most people, that's going to be the way to go. To summarize, create a budget, have an emergency fund, and give those dollars a job. Put them in something: stocks, bonds, real estate, whatever else you want to do. Give that $1,000, $2,000 a month, $500, even if it's $100 a month, whatever you determine you have available, give that money a job and put it into an account automatically. That's how you start to invest. And if it's real estate or a bigger investment you want to make, put it aside into that account. And when that account gets up to where you want it to be, then you can use it for that big real estate purchase or a down payment on a house or whatever. But that is how simple, those are those 3 steps. That's how simple it is to begin with your first investment. So I hope that was helpful. If it was, let me know. If it wasn't, let me know. They're very similar to Dave Ramsey. He's got a lot more, but he doesn't like debt. So don't, if you want to be rich, don't really listen to him. Actually, I should take that back. If you have a spending problem and cannot get out of credit card debt and you cannot put the credit cards down, go listen to Dave Ramsey. If you want to be rich and wealthy and over the long term have a bunch of assets, do exactly what I was saying in that 12-step guide I'm going to post in the link below. Okay, guys, I'll see you next week. Thanks.